I couldn't go near her, not with the restraining order and all, but that didn't mean I couldn't ruin her life from a distance. The anger that I felt in my cell was replaced with emptiness. I had nowhere to go, no one to turn to. Most of my family had written me off long before I ever got locked up. They didn't even call when Mom passed. They just let me be in that cell. I had no choice but to start over, but it wasn't as easy as it sounded. I had no job, no home, no money, just a criminal record and hatred for the woman who had put me there. Eventually, I found a rundown apartment complex on the edge of town, but it was cheap, and that was all I could afford. I paid the first month's rent with what little cash I had left, and the landlord didn't ask too many questions. The apartment was a dump, but it was a roof over my head. The ceiling leaked and the heating barely worked, but it was something. I spent the first night there on the floor, staring up at the cracked ceiling, wondering how it had come to this. The next day, I went out looking for a job. I needed money if I was going to survive and, more importantly, if I was going to get back at Laura. But finding work with a record wasn't easy. I spent hours going from place to place, asking for applications, and filling out forms only to get turned away as soon as they saw the gap in my employment history. Finally, I found a convenience store that was desperate enough to take me on. It wasn't much, just minimum wage.